What's up, my reseller friends? My name is Sabrina. I thrift to resell on eBay and Mercari, and I've got a pretty good video for you today. I'm going to show you everything that's sold for me in the last 24 hours. I'm going to talk about how my sales have been doing this month, or the month of January of 2022. I'm going to give you a quick haul of items that I found at the yard sales this weekend, and then I'm going to close up with telling you a story about something frustrating that I've got going on with a buyer on eBay. So let's jump right into it. So I do shipping every single day, including Sunday, as long as I'm home and I'm not out doing anything. I did ship out all my orders yesterday on Saturday. So this is going to be everything that's sold between Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. And I do have a few more items that I'm still waiting for the buyers to pay for. And then also I have some offers that came in that I haven't really accepted, declined, or countered yet because I'm still kind of pondering on those ones. Do you ever do that? Do you ever like get an offer and be like, I really need to think about it for a minute, like what I want to do? It happens to me all the time. But anyways, these are the things that have sold in the last 24 hours. It's just 8 items. Some of them are from eBay and one is from Mercari. The first item are these pants. I'll show you what they look like right here. They are cabi. Is that how you say it? Cabi? But they're like an older style. And after I bought these, I kind of regretted buying them. I didn't pay very much for them. I think I only paid a couple dollars. So the way I've been doing things lately when it comes to clothes, when I go to like Savers or Goodwill, which I don't go to those thrift stores very often as it is, but when I do go, I don't even look at their clothes anymore. Because for one, it's so hard for me to find good things because there's so much competition with clothing. And then the other reason is because the prices are just so high. Like, I like to buy things for really cheap. Like, I'd rather buy an item for 50 cents and sell it for $10 than buy something for $5 and sell it for $15. I just like to keep my cost of goods down as much as possible. That's just how I like to do things. So I'm not really big into thrifting for clothes so much anymore. I do have this little local thrift store that I really like, that when I do go thrifting, that's my first choice. And you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes they'll be like 75% off of this department, and they do it with clothes a lot. So they'll be like all clothes with a white tag, which is most of the clothes have white tags, are 75% off. And when they have that, I'll go through and look at all their clothes. And I have found some good deals doing that. This came from that. I think I only paid like $2, maybe $3. But I didn't sell it for very much. It sold for $10 plus the cost of shipping. But honestly, like if I could go back in time, I wouldn't even buy them at all. Pants are just harder for me to list. I gotta take more pictures that are harder to take. And the chances of these getting returned are higher than most types of items. Pants just get a lot of returns opened. Next are a lot of 3 Cinderella dolls. I had these listed for about a year. They were my daughter's. They finally sold, and they sold for $13. Next is a lot of Transformer toys, but these are more of the like cheaper Transformers. I didn't pay a lot for these. I bought them in a bag of Transformer toys, and I've already sold the really good ones that were from that bag, and these were just the leftovers. I have also had these listed for about a year. These also sold for $10. Free shipping, so I'm not making very much money off of these, but they're just the types of things that I have in my store that I just want gone. Like honestly, like I'm happy to make a couple dollars and ship this out, so I really don't have any complaints about that. This Wendy doll sold for $19. I actually had her listed for $27. I did list her a little bit high. She is rare, but the problem is that she doesn't have her original outfit. So it's kind of hard to judge what her value is because she's missing that. So I just listed her kind of high at 27. Somebody sent me an offer for 15. I almost accepted the offer because I saw that they were an international buyer and I knew that their shipping was going to be really high. So that's why they were trying to get the price lower. So I I understood and I sympathized with that, but at the same time, I had to remind myself, but I'm also a business. I'm not a charity. So I counter offered. I think I counter offered for like $23 or something like that, and then they counter offered me back at 19, and I was just like, you know what? I'll take the 19. It's fine. So that's how much she sold for. I bought her in a box of like an auction of a bunch of other Disney stuff, so I'm not quite sure what I paid for her, but I was really happy with the sale. So I've actually been selling a lot of stuff that I've been trying to get rid of. It probably has to do with the fact that I have been running some promotions, just trying to move out old inventory. So this was some of them. These were some LPS dolls that were my daughter's. My daughter only likes the puppy LPS. So any of the LPS that aren't puppies or dogs or cats, like she doesn't care about them. So these sold for $13. Again, I had this listed for like a year. Happy to move it out. Next is an AC/DC women's shirt. There was nothing really too special about this one. I picked it up at a yard sale for 50 cents. Now this is the thing with clothes. I told you that I don't really thrift them anymore at the thrift stores. However, when if I'm at a yard sale and I see a stack of clothes on the floor, I always ask. The first thing before I even look through them, I'll ask whoever's running the yard sale how much they're asking for their clothes. And normally when it's like clothes thrown on the floor, they're normally like 50 cents or $1, right? That's normally what they say. And when they say that, I go for it, especially if it's 50 cents. Like I will just grab anything. Like I don't even look over too much to see if there's like flaws or stuff, because normally there's always other people looking too. So I'll just grab anything that looks good and I'm like 50 cents, fine. And if I bring it home and there's something wrong with it, or if I change my mind, it just goes into a donation pile, because I'm just like, you know, it's 50 cents, just grab it, like who cares, right? And so that's what I do. And I think that this came from one of those. It was like 50 cents. And I sold it for $10 plus the cost of shipping. I will sell things like this all day. That I could get something for 50 cents and sell it for $10 plus shipping. I am fine with it. I mean, I'm not making a crap ton of money, right? But that all adds up. And I just like selling band tees, and I think they're great in my store. So this item also came from a box of Disney stuff I got from an auction. It is a Tinkerbell doll. This is made by Funko, so it's like a pop basically. And this sold for 25 bucks, but with free shipping. I'm happy with this sale, but there is something I will definitely let you know. Like if you're a new seller and you're considering selling like pop items or any of these types of things that are new in the boxes, be very careful, because buyers who collect this are super, super picky when it comes to the way the box looks. So this box isn't in the best shape. So I made sure to let them know that in the description. And I took like lots of pictures. And even if I have a pop that to me, it looks like it's mint condition, I can't find anything wrong with the box, believe me, a pop collector will find something wrong with it and open up an item not described case against you. So my advice is, if you're gonna sell these, make sure to put somewhere in the description that the box is not in mint condition and does have some wear on it. Even if you can't see it, it just saves your butt. And honestly, I don't want to even sell to those picky collectors. Like, I don't care. Like, I'd rather just not sell it at all than sell it to one of them, because they have no problems ruining your reputation and leaving you negative feedback. It's just the way it is. So there you go. The last item that I have to show you today is a Mercari sale. I'm opening it up because I want to show it to you because it's so cute. It's a vintage Barbie outfit. This outfit didn't come together, but it looked cute together, so I sold it together. But look at how freaking adorable this is. It's a little Donald Duck shirt. So this was a line. Barbie had like a little clothing line of Disney clothes. So like the dolls are gonna go to like the Disney parks and have an epic magical day at Disneyland. and you can buy them outfits for it. So this was one of them. It's from the 90s, super cute. Now these pants didn't come with it, but doesn't it look like it goes together? So I sold it together. It sold for 12 bucks, I want to say. But I mean, when I buy Barbie clothes, I buy them in bulk, and like seriously, my costs on these are probably like 50 cents, if not even less, like a quarter. So this is great sales for me. I will sell things like this all day, no problem. So I wanted to talk to you about how my sales have been doing in January. January is almost over. What are we? It's the 30th. Today, as I'm recording, I'm not sure when this video is going to be live, but it is January 30th today. And January has been really weird for me. Like super weird. I feel like in a way, like I wouldn't say that sales are bad, but it just seems like I have very like really, really good days with lots of sales and great profit. And then the next day will be like crickets. And then like the next day would be like, regular day, whatever. And then the next day it's like tons of sales. And then like the next day, crickets. It's so weird. I don't know if I've ever experienced a month like this. Ever from my journey reselling. Let me know in the comments if you're experiencing something like this. It's probably just me. I don't know. But I always love to hear how things are going for other resellers. So I thought I'd share that with you. I just found it kind of odd. I'm not complaining because I'm still getting sales. And I also noticed that a lot of Barbie stuff has been selling, started picking back up again. And then I really thought about it, and I was realizing that last year at this time, I was selling a lot of Barbie stuff too. So it's really weird. I'm noticing this this pattern that Barbie stuff sells really good like in the first half of the year and kind of dies down in the second half of the year and then picks back up again. Again, it could just be me. Everybody's different. Everybody's stores have different things going on, but that's just what I've noticed. Is there any items that you've noticed in your store that are like that too, that are like randomly like super popular like one part of the year? I mean, it's obvious like if like Christmas stuff sells better at the end of the year, or if like bathing suits start picking up in March. I mean, that stuff is obvious why, right? But it's like Barbie, like I don't know. I wonder why. And I've also noticed that I've been getting a lot of low offers, and I think I just got a sale. Cool. What is this? Oh, something Barbie. I told you. I have this Barbie outfit listed for, it was listed for $18, but it was on promotion and it was 30% off. So what's 30% off 18? Like $13 or something like that. And this is something, a feature that I wish that eBay had is if you put something on promotion, I wish that you could have the option of disabling buy it now while the auction's going on, because it's just so frustrating how people don't look at, okay, she was originally trying to get $18, but she has it on sale for $13. Instead, they only look at, oh, it's $13, let me try to get it even lower. So she sent me an offer for $8. So this is something I was originally trying to get $18 for, and she sent me the $8 offer. And I was just like, no, that's too low. I can understand maybe if she's comparing it to the 13, but really she should be comparing it to the 18. So I declined it. And then she sends me a message and explains to me in the message why that item isn't worth what I'm trying to get for it. And I'm just like, see, listen to your gut. I knew there was a reason why I declined that offer and didn't counter. I don't like selling to people like that. That's a red flag when buyers start doing things like that. Like, no. So I just ignored her message. And then a little while later, I get another offer for her from her, and this time she offers me $9. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eventually decline it, because I don't think it's good to leave offers open without responding to them. I'm just gonna decline it, and I'm gonna go block her. And now I'm gonna show you a quick haul of some of the things I picked up at the yard sales this weekend. All right, I mean, I'm not gonna go in too much detail. I'm gonna just kind of show you the things that I found This is like one of those puppy surprises, except it's a unicorn, and I think it's got the little babies in there. I was pretty excited about this one. It's a bunch of like Star Wars Legos. I paid $3 for this. I think I got it cheaper because I ended up bundling it. This is one of the little girls from Wreck-It Ralph. I think she was one of the ones that bullied Vanellope. Got her. These Disney plush, they're from the ones from the Disney store. You can always tell because they have those super long tags. They sell pretty good. I always pick up Disney plush, like this one right here. The funny thing about it is I saw her at a thrift store. She was $20. They were asking $20 for this. But it was half off day. I looked up the comps because there are some Disney store plush that really could be worth good money. And it was Rapunzel in her wedding dress, so it seemed a little unique. So I looked it up, and she was only selling for like $15 or $20. So I'm like, no, I'm not paying $10 for this. Put it back, and then I ended up finding her at a yard sale for $1. So I didn't need to look up the comps because I already knew it. It does have a little stain on the back though. I tried washing it, and a lot of the little stains that it had came out, but this is the one that didn't. So I may wash it one more time, not sure. And then we've got Disgust from Inside Out. Me and my daughter love Disgust. She's one of our favorite characters. I always like to pick up these little beanie, TY beanie boo thingies from Alvin and the Chipmunks. They don't sell for a lot of money, but they normally sell pretty quickly. And yeah, probably get like $10-15 for her. I got, I always forget her name. Stitch's girlfriend. These Pirates of the Caribbean bandanas. I'll probably end up keeping them and trying to find something to do with them if they're not worth too much. Got some PlayStation 4 games. Got a Betsy Johnson purse back there. Some Halloween decoration stuff. It was 50 cents. Got some Mickey Mouse mitten things. I may actually be keeping these because we saw these at Ross and almost bought them and didn't. And then found them at the yard sale for $1. So, I don't know. Let's see if there's anything else worth showing in here. Got the Starbucks mug. It's a vintage one. I don't think that these Starbucks ones are worth that much, but I grabbed it. It was like $1 or something. I got some Harley Davidson glasses. These aren't like super like fancy ones or anything. They're kind of cheapy, but they were free. The guy said I could have them, so I was cool with that. Got a little pop figure down here. Oh, and then we bought a laptop. So I think we paid $10 for it. I don't know. I don't like selling electronics, but my husband is always like, if I go thrifting with him, he'll grab them. All right, what do we got down here? We got a Fox hat and a Bob Marley purse. Got a antiques book. And, oh, that's all from last weekend that I never got to. Got these Taco Bell inflatable things. Look, it's supposed to be like the fire sauce. A taco. They're marked at $3, but I didn't pay that much. I bundled them in with a bunch of stuff. So the cool thing about, so this one's the taco, but these 3 are all fire sauce. So I could just do one listing for the 3 and then just put quantity 3. So that would be easy. And then I'll come over here and I'll show you some of the clothes I bought. I'll just go through them really fast. Every single thing on this rack was either 50 cents or $1. So we got some, it's gonna be hard. Dr. Pepper, Bob Marley, Sublime shirt, some more Bob Marley, Minnie Mouse Disney Store plus size shirt. I do really well when it comes to plus size Disney. We've got a Cage the Elephant for Vans tank top. I'm know, some just random shirts. We got some Harry Potter. I think this was from the movie Soul. Yep. I love that character. He reminds me of my cousin Louie. Shout out to Louie if you're watching. All right. All American Rejects. They're going to be at that When We Were Young concert. So maybe that will help sell it. Some more Harry Potter. Grumpy. I've noticed that Seven Dwarfs stuff sells pretty decently. The Big Bang Theory. Guinness shirt. Eminem. Skull Rock from Peter Pan. This just reminded me of like those type of shirts we used to sell at Hot Topic when I worked there. So I just grabbed it. I'm Your Father. Darth Vader shirt. Another Dr. Pepper shirt. We got some like skater hoodies and stuff. Monster energy drink hoodie. Some Levi skirts, and yeah. And then I bought these 3 Life is Good t-shirts. They all have stains on them, but I figured I would throw them in a bundle together because people will still buy this type of stuff even if it's stained, because they like to do like DIYs with them and stuff. And then I got some Christmas things. This Mickey Mouse shirt. These were, I put all my Christmas stuff in a separate pile because even though I know Christmas stuff sells all year long, it still just doesn't sell as good as it does closer to Christmas. So what I do is I kind of put them in like a death pile, and I just get to them if I don't have anything else to list. I'd rather be listing these other things first. So yeah. So in case you're wondering which Barbie item sold while I was filming, it's this little, all right, this is from a supermarket. So it's like the little bags that you get. What is it called? It's just like the little like baggies at the supermarket to put fruit in. Oh. Anyways, I had bought into like a huge bundle of Barbie stuff, and there was like random pieces that went to this like Barbie supermarket, right? But like not all the pieces were there, not even close. It was just like 25% of the set was there. So instead of just like being like, oh, here's random pieces from the set in like one listing, I decided to sell each piece individually, because there's going to be people out there that aren't necessarily looking for like a bunch of pieces. They just want like, there's like one particular piece that they're looking for, or 2 particular pieces, and they don't want to spend more money to buy like all these pieces that they don't need. They just want to buy the pieces they need, right? So that's why I always list those like separately as like their own listing. So this sold for $10, free shipping. All right, so now it's story time about that situation that I'm going through with the buyer right now. So something that I have in my business model is not to get emotional about things, right? Like nothing's personal. So I really try really hard to be like that. Sometimes it's hard. In this situation, I'm not necessarily like angry about it. I'm more annoyed. And I just think it's fun just to share these types of stories with one another, just to know that when you deal with like annoying stuff that you're just not alone, right? Like it just happens to everyone. So that's why I like to share these stories. It's not so much because like I'm trying to be negative, or I'm trying to like tell people like, oh, if you sell on eBay, you're going to deal with this kind, because you are going to have to deal with it. But really, it's not the norm. I don't deal with stuff like this all the time. It's most of my orders that I ship out have no problems at all. So please keep that in mind. It's not meant to be like anything discouraging at all. So I offer free returns on 95% of my listings. I think that if somebody wants to return something because they've changed their mind, or it doesn't fit, or it just wasn't what they thought, I think they should be able to return it, as long as they return it in the same way that they received it. I don't see any problems with that. Me as a buyer myself, when I go shopping, whether it's online or at the store, like it makes me feel good to know that if I change my mind, or for whatever reason, if I need to return it, I can return it. It's just, I just like having that peace of mind, and I like giving that to my buyers. I don't necessarily like the fact that I offer free returns, but the reason I do it is because I'm a top rated plus. eBay will give me a certain percentage back from my fees. So that money that I'm getting back offering those free returns pretty much pays for those returns if I ever get them. And eBay, and so I go with it, right? I offer free returns. But this is the thing, and I don't really see very many people talking about this. I think that a lot of buyers don't realize that sellers offer free returns. Even if it says free returns, I don't think that it necessarily processes with all the buyers, especially if you're not like a seasoned eBay buyer, because most of the time if you order something online, if you want to return it, you have to pay to return it, right? Unless there's something wrong, then normally whoever you buy it from will cover shipping, right? So I think a lot of people always want to try to find something wrong so that they don't have to pay the shipping back. So they'll make things up. But the problem with me is that I offer free returns. So why are you coming up with excuses and making things up? All it does is make my matrix look bad. So it frustrates me when people do that, because it's just like, dude, you don't even have to explain to me why you want to return something. You could just simply say, I changed my mind, and I will pay for you to ship it back to me. So if you watch my videos, you may have seen I sold this Snow White electronic game, like a vintage electronic Snow White game. I posted it maybe like 5 videos ago or so. And I actually listed it way lower than anyone else has it anywhere online. That's like including eBay and Mercari, which are the 2 places that I've even seen it available to be purchased. I listed mine lower, and I had best offer turned on. So somebody sent me a best offer, and I don't remember exactly how much of a discount they got from the offer, but I feel like it was like $20 cheaper, right? So it was a pretty good offer that I accepted for them. And then, so I sent this offer, and then when I went to go print out the label to ship it, I saw that they left me a note in the checkout, and the note was making sure that I ship it properly, to ship it in bubble wrap, and, you know, please ship this very securely, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, crap. There's 2 things that I feel add up to a red flag. And those 2 things is when somebody sends you an offer, but then they also have like demands too on top of it. Like when those 2 things come together, a lot of times, not every time, definitely not every time, but a lot of the times it ends up with there being some sort of issue down the line. It's just what I've noticed. And I was just like, well, they already paid for it, whatever. I mean, of course I'm going to ship it securely. I put on my listing that it was going to be shipped securely, whatever, you know, they really care about the condition of it. I get it. Just opened the return after it was delivered a couple weeks ago, saying that it was damaged. And the reason it was damaged was because I didn't package it good enough. Yeah, I saw that one coming a mile away. When they leave you a note, package this good, and then they open a return saying you didn't package it good. And then they went on trying to say, and this is one of the things that just like really frustrated me, because if it really was damaged, now they're saying that it was my fault the way I packaged it, so now I can't open an insurance claim on, or I can open an insurance claim, but the chances of me winning the claim are lower because now they're saying that it was me who did it. They were like, oh yeah, there was no dents or anything on the box. My friends, I packaged that thing perfect. perfect. They were trying to say that the box was too small. It was not. It was a perfect size box. Perfect. And I wrapped it all in bubble wrap. Anyways, and they attached photos. And so the way it looked was, it was like a little handheld electronic game, and it had a little tab on the top. That way, when you sold it at the retail stores, you can like hang it. Well, that little part up there where it hangs was bent. But you could see in the pictures that it wasn't really bent. Because if it was bent enough to cause damage, there would be a crease in the plastic, and there was no crease. All they had to do was like push it down. And then they put in the notes, they were like, seller, please pay for me to ship this back. Send me a label. And I'm just like, I would have sent you a label regardless. So what I did was I accepted the return, and then I sent him a message. I told him, I just saw your return. I'm very sorry. I know this must be disappointing. I'm sending you a label. Please accept my sincere apology for any inconvenience. And I said that to him. If I had to like fight it with eBay, if he left me negative feedback, I wanted to be like, look at, I offered like really good customer service to him, right? Because if this person ends up sending it back to me, I'm totally fine with it, because I'm just gonna relist it and I'm gonna sell it probably for more than what that person paid me for. So I really don't have any problems with them returning it. Well, that's gonna be all for today, everyone. Thanks so much for sticking around. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed for more videos like this. And never forget, when you thrift upon a star, your dreams will come true. I'll see all of you in my next video. Bye. Have a wonderful week.